Everyone, welcome back to Positivity with me, Danielle. So today we're going to do like a Q&A. I did a live on my Instagram and I asked some questions about what people want to know, like about me and firearms or my abuse situation or my job or even stuff about my YouTube. So I got the questions here. I'm sorry, I am going to have to like read stuff, but I will improvise also with my answers. So here we go. So the first question I was asked was, is it hard being beautiful and trying to get into the gun industry? So my answer for that was, I don't believe if I'm beautiful or not should matter when it comes to getting in the firearm community. I believe that the right people will pay attention to the right things and that my work will show for itself. All right, that's number one. Number two is, do you want to learn about guns for revenge against your abuser? I already know the answer for that is no. But I did say I do not want to learn about firearms for revenge against my abuser. Me wanting to learn about firearms has nothing to do with my abuser, just wanting to know about self-protection and education. Okay, question number 3 is, why the Glock 43 from my EDC, which is everyday carry? I choose the Glock 43 for my EDC because it's easier to conceal and also a big enough caliber to make me feel safe and protected, being a 9mm, but the smallest at that caliber. So, plus, I'm a little smaller. I wear tighter clothes, so I felt like the 43 would be easier for me to conceal. All right, number 4. Do you like the Glock 43? Yes, I love the Glock 43. The reason why is I feel like it fits in my hands really well. It gives me a lot of control. But even more than that, I said it's light. It's lighter than other firearms I have used. And smaller, which we already talked about. Easier for me to operate and conceal carry. Pretty much the same thing. All right, the next question is, do you really think people need training to shoot and why? My answer for that is, I do believe the proper training is very important because while almost anyone thinks they can pick up a firearm and shoot, knowing the proper ways to shoot and safety measures to take is very important. Gun safety is a very important thing. So, with that being said, I say train. I don't believe anyone should just assume they can shoot. I think you should still take at least a basic training class. All right, so what number was that? 5. Okay, number 6. Would you do classes to become an instructor? All right, my answer for that was I would consider it. But I know once I'm done with my training, I really want to focus on trying to help other people by educating them and maybe even advocate for domestic violence survivors. So we'll see. Time will tell, I guess. Number 7, is there anyone you idolize in the gun community? Now, I know I said idolizing is a big word. I don't use that word but so often. But I would say that my instructor motivates me. He pushes me really hard. And just watching him and seeing where he started and where he ended up at, it's motivation for me to see that with proper training and time, where I can be. So I would say that much. I also say I respect a lot of females that's out there in the industry that took their safety into their own hands. Okay. Number 8. Do you believe everyone needs to protect themselves? I know I do. I don't know where I put it. Oh, yes, I'm a strong believer in self-protection and being able to protect and defend yourself and your family. It's not that I have anything against law enforcement or even men being, dominant in a household. I just believe that, for one thing, if your man really cares for you, he knows he cannot be around 24/7. So you being able to defend yourself is a very big thing. And when it comes to law enforcement, things don't always work out like you plan. It's just always better if you can protect yourself just in case. So, not saying don't call 911, still call 911. Just being able to have that, just in case anything goes wrong or doesn't go as planned. It's always a great thing. I think everyone should want to protect themselves. Let me see. That was number 8. Number 9, why didn't you get a gun when you were being abused? All right, at the time of my abuse, I didn't have the proper education on self-protection, but I also wasn't in a good state of mind to own a firearm. You should never buy a firearm with the intentions of harming someone else, but to feel safe and be able to protect yourself and your family from harm. So sometimes when your mind is not set right, you're not thinking clear, at them times, especially without the right proper education, it's just not going to be a good situation. So I think it's better that I didn't have a firearm at that time. So 10 is it hard being a nurse, helping people, but being willing to hurt people by shooting them? My answer for that is my passion for wanting to help people doesn't change because I want to protect myself from harm. So your answer is no, because I don't have intentions on shooting anyone unless I have to protect myself or protect my family. So, all right, number 11, what is your goal with guns? My future goals in the firearm community are to finish getting a proper education and proper training, and maybe one day to advocate for self-protection and help people going through domestic violence. But we still got time to figure all that out. So next question, 11 is, we already did that, sorry. 12 is, why don't you do sexy pictures with guns and get paid? I already know why, but I wrote, I'm a big person against sexism and don't believe me taking them kind of photos will push my beliefs. I have nothing against gun bunnies or people that take sexy pictures, period. Underwear models, lingerie, whatever. It's just the way I feel about the situation. I want to be known for what I can do or how hard I worked. I don't really want to be known for, how sexy I can look. 13, do you think people doubt your passion in guns because you're so small and cute? For one thing, I do not think I'm small. I appreciate the compliment, though, that I'm cute. But no, I believe the right people who are in the firearm community will take me seriously as long as I present myself that way and show my work. Just like with a job, your work shows. So I feel like if you show people you're serious about something, then they realize you're serious about something. And I don't feel like if you're cute or you're small or any of that stuff should matter. Okay. 14. Let's see. Sorry, I think I went the wrong way. Yeah. Do a lot of guys hit on you using guns? Yes. I get a lot of guys who sort of DM me or message me. I might post a picture of my EDC or just a firearm I shot at the range or, something I like, whatever. And then I'll get DMs like, hey, did you ever shoot this? Or I might do this. And that's all fine. I like learning about new stuff or whatever. But when you go to the point of being like, oh, we should go on a date, we got similar things in common and stuff like that, that's when I sort of feel like you're using what I like as bait to sort of get my attention and, will me in, like you're fishing. What else? That was 14. 15, what started your passion in guns? My passion in firearms started a while ago. It was just always an interest of mine. I just never knew the right people to educate and train with me until now. I'm now training with Rock with the Glock from Train to Fight. I'm also a big person on self-protection after learning firsthand the system can fail you from my domestic abuse situation I had in my past. So what I mean from that is you just can't always depend on someone else saving you, pretty much. And I touched on that subject in past YouTubes, just in case people wanted more information. What's the hardest part of training so far? The hardest part of training for me so far is realizing I'm going to make mistakes. And it's not just do it once and perfect it. To get where I want to be, I have to keep training and take time. But I'm willing to do that to get where I want to be, obviously, in my training. So I'm willing to do what it takes, pretty much. Yeah, sometimes I catch myself writing the same thing. But I want to get where I want to be, and I'm willing to do the work to get there. What number was that? Oh, 16. All right, 17. Do you see yourself having a long-time passion for guns? Yes. Yes, because I see myself always training to get better and stay up with what's going on. I also hopefully one day want to be able to help people who are dealing with domestic violence. All right, that was 17. All right. 18. Do you think you can shoot someone if need be? Yes, I believe that's something you should ask yourself before you purchase a firearm, because at the end of the day, if you purchase a firearm and you just have it in the house and then someone comes in your house and you pull it out and you're not willing to use it, they can take it from you, and now, they have your defense tool, and now your life is on the line. So, it's a question you have to ask. Like I say, I don't want to go out here and shoot anyone, but if my life is in danger, my kid's life is in danger, then I'm willing to do what I need to do to protect us. 19. Have you helped anyone from your YouTube? Where did I put that answer? I know I wrote it somewhere. But I have no idea. Oh, I have had people reach out to me and get resources from me from my YouTube, but how much of the information they used, I don't know. But I hope I have helped someone. So my whole point of opening up about my situation and even doing my YouTube is to help other people. If you're not going to listen to the stuff I say, which is fine. Everybody heals different. Everyone hurts different. Everybody goes through things differently. Everybody looks at things differently. So at the end of the day, it's not like, oh, hear what I'm saying and, do what I said. I'm just putting resources out there. I'm letting you know that I have been through a lot of stuff that other people have been through, and trying to let people know, you're not alone and you're not weak, and, let's figure it out. Let's get through it and make the situation better. Do you work with Train to Fight? No, I don't work with Train to Fight. It's not that I would never work with them in the future. They are a great training company. Byron, the instructor, is great. As I mention all the time, Rock with the Glock is great. But right now I'm training with them. That's my instructor. That's who I train with. So I don't work with them. I know people see me tag them all the time and mention them all the time. But no, I'm not working with them. 20. Oh. Do you have anxiety or PTSD from your abuse? Yes, I do have anxiety and slight PTSD from my past abuse, but not to the point of making me unstable. Just makes me pay more attention to the things going on around me and the people I deal with, and makes me want to help others going through what I did or worse. Sometimes I feel like my PTSD, it sort of reminds me of where I was and where I am now, which is a good thing because it builds you. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, everything I've been through in my life, it made me into the person I am today. And even though I'm not as strong as I want to be, I feel like every day I'm taking steps towards being that person that I want to be. you know, and there's no going back for me. So, I feel like even though, you know, PTSD and stuff like that can be a bad thing, anxiety can be a bad thing, but at the same note, I feel like I control it very well. I was going to therapy and, you know, they didn't find me unstable. They said that, you know, I dealt with it very well. So I think a lot of people have anxiety anyway, or, you know, they have situations going on. So I don't see it as like a horrible thing to remember what you've been through, you know. Okay, that was 20. 21. Why do you share so much on your YouTube about your personal and your past? I already know this, but I share so much on my positivity because I'm hoping to reach someone in need of help so they can see I have been in similar situations, not just abuse, but mental health, surgeries, and different situations all around, relationships, friendships. So it's pretty much for knowledge. I do my YouTube and I open up and I let people in so people can see I'm not just, you know, talking, that I actually been through a lot of the stuff that people are going through, and I'm trying to relate to you and sort of open your eyes to situations. When I went through the stuff that I went through, I really didn't have no one doing that for me. So I feel like maybe if I had someone at that time to like sort of, you know, wake up, and it would have helped me deal with my situation a lot faster. I feel like once you see what you're actually going through, it helps you want to do better. 22. Do you tell people about your abuse for pity and protection? Of course not. No, I share my abuse to reach people that need to hear it, and I wish when I was ashamed going through what I went through, there was someone there to reach out to me, support, and help me through what I went through. I also want to protect myself and my family, which is why I'm so big on self-protection. Like I said before, not looking forward to just shooting someone, but want to know if my life is in danger, I can. 23. What helped you through your abuse? One big thing that helped me through my abuse is finally accepting what was happening to me, which was what I said. A lot of people that's going through abuse is like, you don't really face facts with everything that you're going through. You might notice like, oh, this is really bad, or this situation isn't as good as it could be, or, you know, we went from this to this, A to B, especially when you're in like a marriage, or you have kids, or, you know, your situation is deeper than just your relationship with this person. Maybe you're financially dependent on this person, or, you know, there's lots of different situations. I talk to a lot of different people with a lot of different situations. So you don't always see what you're going through first. You actually can feel a little selfish for being like, oh, I'm going through this, that, and the third, and why I got to do this for this. You know, you can find yourself blaming yourself and feeling selfish for wanting to get out. But it's like once you accept what's happening to you and you realize like this is not okay, and you decide that you want better, then that's when you start to make moves towards fixing things and getting away. And wanting a better and safer environment for my children was everything to me. I was a child that grew up in an abusive household with my mom and dad having domestic violence. So I see now as an adult how much it impacted me, especially when with my ex-husband. So it sort of showed me how much of that I carried on, even though I didn't feel like I excuse me. Even though I didn't feel like I carried it, I did, and it showed from what I accepted and what I thought was okay. So I don't want that for my kids. I never want my kids to think it's okay to hit a female, period. My boys, if a female's acting crazy, she's doing all this stuff, leave, walk away, whatever you got to do. You know, abuse is just not the way. If your relationship gets to that point, then, you know, maybe it's time to end the relationship. I just want my kids to, sort of take what I've been through in a positive way. Like, she got out and she left because the situation was bad. And this is not what love is. And this is not what a family is. This is not, the way things supposed to be. So that's all my questions. Thank you guys so much for sending me all your questions. I hope I answered everything. I tried to write down everything as fast as I could from the live. So if I missed you, just send me another message. If y'all have anything else that y'all would like to talk about, just send it to me. I'm all ears. So I appreciate you guys so much. I hope everyone is being safe in this crazy situation we got going on right now. Again, I love you guys. Thank you for always supporting me, and bye. So for today's word of advice, I want to say I'm not out here looking for trouble, but if trouble finds me, I want to be ready for it. And you should do the same. So for today's question of the day, I want to know, do you know the 4 rules of firearm safety? If not, why not? You might not own a firearm, but you might shoot one, or you might be around one, or your kids might be around one. Why not? Learn, teach.